Welcome to the Indianapolis Online Community Magazine, House of Genre Underground Music Box. I'm your host once again, Mike G, and I'm here with an outstanding artist that I've just began to develop a rapport with. He's an outstanding man. He's done incomparable things in the gospel music industry throughout the nation and the world. And I'm here with none other than Mr. Rodnie Bryant. It's such an honor and a privilege to be sitting here with such a distinguished man of God. And I thank him for even consenting to do this. Mr. Bryant, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me here.
Thank you so much. We just want to basically ask some basic questions. How long have you been doing this gospel music stuff that all of us, we've heard?
I've actually been in music for 31 years. Of that, 20 of them have been professionally.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Wow.
That makes me actually 32,
right?
In case you want to ask. So.
That was pretty good. Well, that's a long time. You have a lot of people that are interested in going national and platinum, such as you have and such as you are. So what are some things that help you get where you are?
I think the first thing is that you have to be called. Whatever you do in life, I don't care what it is, I think you have to be, well, I know you have to be called. So that's first. And then, once you understand what your calling is, I think there is a time called preparation. And I don't think today artists spend enough time preparing themselves. Jesus Christ, in his walk, spent a lot of time preparing for that 3-year ministry that he did.
Wow.
And so, in music, you take music lessons. You sit under, people who are doing what you're trying to do, and you try to figure out and learn not only your craft, but the area that your craft has to cover. And then I think in God's time, he sends you out.
Okay. That's good. Clearly, that's what happened to you. You prepared yourself.
Definitely.
And first, you were called. Then
Yes.
you prepared yourself, and then God paved the way for your ministry.
Absolutely.
Okay. What are you doing now in your music career? I know earlier backstage we were talking about something, and I know what I personally want to see you do. Another hit CD here, another He's a Keeper, or something like that.
Okay.
So what are you doing like now? Do you have a
right now?
Yes, sir.
Right now, I'm in an interview with Michael.
Oh, here we go. That's Mr. Rodnie Bryant.
In there. Honestly, I'm really trying to do two things. I'm really trying to retire. I have kept a full career socially and religiously for almost 20 some odd years, and I think anybody who works hard in the venue and work well ought to have a retirement day. So there's some things that I'm trying to do less of, and then it opens up the door to some other things. And I'm trying to do less on the artist frontline stage kind of scenario, and try at this particular point, with all the knowledge that I have, is to push other aspiring artists who have that. I was never I can't figure out, well, I know why, but back in the day, it took me a while to figure out why I was in music, because I'm not musical, if that makes sense. It's like I know how to sing, but I'm not a singer, if that makes sense. And so it always baffled me how I was flung in the middle of all of this industry stuff, when really it was never something that I aspired to do. I went to college, got my degree in computer science, and I'm in an office every day. So this music thing, it threw me for a loop, especially when we went national. So at this stage in my old age, I am trying to do less of the frontline stuff and more of the backline stuff, assisting other people.
So is that what you're doing? I know you have a management company called By Rod, is that correct?
Yes, By Rod Management. It has 8 artists on it. 2 of them are national, the other 6 are local recording artists aspiring to be national. So we're trying to give them guidelines and feedback and push toward what they really want to do.
Okay. During your career, everybody clearly has had a wall or barrier to overcome you, because a lot of artists these days, they don't know how to either take singing last. I remember I was that's just a small barrier, but it is a barrier because it's a mindset thing, how we artists or aspiring artists have. We don't ever want to go last. and we all either want to go first or second or third, but we want to get it while the crowd is hype.
Right.
And I remember one time at one of your musicals, you said somebody got to go first. Somebody got to
be last.
Exactly. So give us some things, a barrier that you crossed over to help you get to where you are.
A lot of it was learning how to do that. It was learning how to sit in a room.
Give us a pointer with those that are putting on concerts, that have artists. If you have a slot from 7 to 9 or 7 to 10, how many artists should a promoter or should one have on stage? And how long should they give? And if we have a group and we're putting on the concert, where do we sing in the concert?
Okay, that's a whole lot, because you got to figure out what kind of concert that you want to have.
Okay.
So is this a regular church concert? Is it a promotional concert?
Okay.
Is it an artist concert? You got different kinds of concerts. You got to figure out what your concept is first.
Okay.
So I started at the end of the journey and moved myself backwards. That's how you plan an event. So you got to figure out before you start at the back door what kind of concert it is. See, we just get a bunch of people on the program, we throw them on there, and then our time goes way out of order because we didn't even know what kind of program it was when we started.
Right.
So is it a regular night musical? Is it a community musical?
Okay.
You got to figure those elements out first.
Okay.
So say I do the Indiana State Fair Gospel Day every year. It's from 4 o'clock until 10 o'clock. I have exactly 6 hours to get started and get done.
Wow.
I had this year 27 artists on the rostrum to sing. So we normally did 15-minute slot, but since it is a promotional artist concert, we moved the slots down to a general 10-minute everyday average slot so that we could get those 27 people on there and still give a few minutes in the leeway. Even because at the end of the day, this is still gospel music, so we don't want to fill our time up where God doesn't have time as well.
Okay.
And so we leave those vacant spots in there so that that's time that if something does need to pop off, and the order of service for him needs to change, then it can change.
Okay.
So you got to figure out what kind of service that you want and try to figure out. Most average musicals are at least 4 hours. You could probably get in church, now this is another kind of musical, an artist every 45 minutes. That would be a norm. So if you got a 4-hour slot service, you probably can only have 4. If you go past 4 artists, then you get ready to exceed your time, or you're going to have to cut some time.
Okay.
So
that's some good advice for everybody, and I know for me, because I love putting on concerts, musicals, and then after a while you say, goodness, I still got 4 artists to go. I'm almost out of time. So we definitely keep that in mind. As we wrap up, we do want to ask you, give us 2 hit songs that was on your album, just in case they may know the song, but they don't know how to put their face to it.
Let's see. Everybody knows, if they remember back in 1997, we released a project called He's a Keeper.
He's a Keeper.
And that ran us #1 on the billboards for 18 weeks.
Wow.
And so that would be the first one that they would probably come up with. There would be a tie with anything after that because it depends on what crowd you talk to. The church crowd and the choir crowd clung to a song called We Offer Praise.
Absolutely.
And so that kind of became a national choir song. They still sing it today. And so that would be one. We did an a cappella number. We thought we were doing it for our traditional people who were listening to us because my father's business project was a little bit contemporary, but it ended up more young people sang it than we did. It's called Testimony, and so we would probably between those 3, those would probably be the biggest ones everybody would remember. They still play those.
I heard it on XM not too long ago.
Yes.
So, and I love it. It just makes you sit there and rock, just bounce your shoulders. So, Mr. Bryant, first of all, thank you so much for coming here and doing this interview with us. You didn't have to do it. Excuse me. You didn't have to do it. You're a busy man. And I called you and you said, I know how y'all do. I said, Mr. Bryant, please, and you graciously consented. So we greatly appreciate that. We hope everyone enjoyed Mr. Rodnie Bryant. This man is outstanding, and there's more to come. He's not retired yet, so there's still more to come. And we thank you for tuning in with the Indianapolis Online Community Magazine. Again, I'm your host, Mike G, with Mr. Rodnie Bryant.